Carly Gregg's parents tied the nuptial knot in 2005,
We were married in 2025. We met in 2024.
but they divorced, and her mother married Heath Smylie.
And when did you and Ashley Smylie meet?
It was the spring of 2019.
And at some point, did you and Ashley Smylie end up marrying each other?
We did in June of 2020.
Ashley Smylie and Kevin Gregg had a smooth relationship in their 10 years of marriage. Ashley became pregnant at 25 and had Carly for Kevin. Both couples loved each other, but things gradually began to crack when Kevin's addiction to drugs increased.
I have been previously diagnosed by physicians with bipolar multiple times, and I agree.
Ashley decided to leave the marriage and file for divorce. According to Kevin, this even increased his problems. Kevin added that at some point, Ashley denied him access to Carly, but Kevin let it slide since he didn't want to have issues with Carly.
Anyway, she wouldn't let me see Carly because we had an incident, and she took me to justice court. Well, actually, there was no incident the first time. She took me to justice court over text messages claiming that I was threatening her when I was asking her about Carly's health situation because she had to take her to the hospital. I was perpetually attacked in court to fight, to destroy my custody or diminish my capacity as my authority as, having joint legal custody with Carly.
Kevin described Carly as an exceptional kid.
And she was a wonderful child, and she was obviously multi-talented, gifted.
Carly was a student at Northwest Rankin High School at Flowood, where her mother was a teacher. The teen skipped the 4th grade and excelled in her studies without any problems. Carly was a 10th grade student before the incident happened. Ashley, who taught in the same school, excelled in her career. Mrs. Smylie was recognized as the School Teacher of the Year in 2022. When Ashley wasn't teaching, she was spending time with her family. Heath Smylie and Ashley moved in together after their marriage. Their union was loving, and Heath took Carly as his daughter. Heath said trouble started when a boy visited their home one evening.
Was there a time that a boy named Thad came over to y'all's house?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen what you recall about that day?
We were all sitting at the house and there was a knock at the door, and Ashley checked the doorbell camera and we didn't know who it was. Carly had talked to us about Dad and we knew who it was, we just didn't have a face to the name. And Carly saw who it was and didn't want to see him, so I went to the door and just said, "I'm sorry, I told him he must have the wrong house," and we came back in and shut the door.
Ashley took Carly's phone away, which caused some tension between them. Heath and Ashley thought it was an adolescent issue, but there was more. Carly lost her sister Natalie when she was 4 years old. She attended therapy at some point and also took medication. This and many more could have affected her mental health. Her defense team heavily relied on her mental health issue, but it didn't pay off.
We believe the evidence will show that Carly had been suffering from a mental illness, that Carly was not aware on March 19th that she had a mental illness. We believe the evidence will show that Carly's parents, who lived with her, were not aware that Carly was suffering from a mental illness.
Kevin said he wasn't happy people blamed him for not being in his daughter's life. He said the defense relying on insanity was dumb because he knew his daughter knew right from wrong. Carly will now spend the rest of her life in jail without parole unless the court's decision is reversed on appeal.